Hey, what's going on, y'all? This video is gonna be about toxic relationships. Now, I was gonna say, toxic people, but then I realized something. Toxic people, that's a way more specific, that's a way more specific circumstance. When all I gotta say is, if there's anyone around you who fucking makes your life hard in any way, and I mean hard to the point that it's not necessary. Like, okay, listen. If you're in a relationship, yes, there will be some arguments. Yes, there will be some give and take. Yes, that happens. But if every time you're around this person for long periods of time, something always comes up and it's always your fault, I need to be around them motherfuckers. Like, I actually instituted this policy. The moment I deem you a hindrance to my life, or not even a hindrance to my life, but you're no longer bringing any enjoyment to my life. Now, I'm not going to say that every time I talk to you, you got to have a fucking flaming bicycle, fucking and juggling axes or any of that shit. You have to entertain me. But the moment you make my life harder than it has to be, like I had this girl, I'll never forget this shit. I had this girl, she said, guess what I did today? And I don't know if I was in a shitty mood or if I was being really, really like playfully, like dry humor, like. And I said there are way too many circumstances that could have possibly happened in order for me to even guess the possible outcome. So why would I even attempt? What the fuck do you what the fuck do you want? She said, I changed your name in my phone from Eric to Daddy Long Dick or whatever the fuck, some shit, whatever nickname she said. And I said, oh, okay. She's like, you don't sound like you're happy about it. I said, honestly, I don't give a fuck what you call me. You can call me dickhead. You can call me that nigga who always spit when he talk. You can put me as anything in your phone. I just don't give a fuck about it. I don't care about the minute shit that you talk about. I don't give a damn about the minute things in your life. She got all huffy. I said, what? She said, you just said you don't give a fuck about. No, I said I don't give a fuck about the minute details of your day. She gonna say, well, you just don't give a fuck about my day. I said, that's not what I said. What I said was, I don't give a fuck about the minute shit of your day. That's like saying, hey, guess what I did today? What'd you do? I took a shit. All right. And guess how many times I wiped? I don't want to fucking guess how many times you wiped. That shit don't matter to me. Only thing I give a fuck about is that you wiped. Like, and that's the shit that it was. And then the fact of the matter is, she wouldn't let it go. She kept saying, you don't care about my day. You don't care about my day. You don't care about... And I said, listen, I'm going to repeat myself because maybe you didn't understand me. Maybe when you heard I don't care, your brain shut off because I hit the reset button to who this nigga think he talking to. Like I hit that button, so you just completely shut down. So I said, I don't care about the minute details of your life, but of your day. Now, if you tell me, hey, my kids got sick, hey, I won the lottery, hey, somebody got hit by a car, I'll listen to those stories. I don't give a fuck about anybody in those, well, not your kids, obviously, but I don't care about, anything that's going on outside of, the realm of what you and who I know. But I'll listen to those stories because those are interesting. But the moment you tell me about what you did or who you changed your phone to, I don't give a fuck about that. Well, I'm just going to say, I said, you know what? Fine. I don't give a fuck about your day. And I hung up on her. I can't believe you hung up on me. I said, I can't. And I hung up on her again. Here's the thing, though. You would think like I'm being an asshole for that. But no. She literally would not believe what I said and take it and twist it to her own means. So that way she has the, like I should apologize to her. I'm not apologizing to shit. I don't like being punished for the shit I do. Like, again, I try to be a good man, a good boyfriend. I try to be a good person. But I fail a lot. So if I don't like, accepting responsibilities for the shit that I did do, why the fuck would I take the treatment that another motherfucker did? Like, same girl. Excuse me. I think her ex-boyfriend cheated on her with somebody else. And then they fucking left her and got with him. So we're sitting there talking, and I'm like, oh, I have this friend. how long have you been friends with her? I said, why does it matter? Well, if we gonna be together, I said, hey, let me stop you right there. Because the moment a motherfucker start instituting who you can and cannot hang out with, I'm cutting sling on this bitch. Like, the fuck? Motherfucker, I knew them before I knew you. I have a better history with them than I do you. Sometimes, you know, and again, I'm letting you in on, like, men's secret. Sometimes they like their friends more than they like their girlfriends. And I don't mean in a figurative way. When I'm friends with a woman, I get to decide how I see, when I see her, what we talk about, how long I stay. That shit is easy. That shit is fun. When you're with your girlfriend, you can't look over at your girlfriend and be like, man, this bitch is boring. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Because then you're going to hurt her feelings. So, don't be around people, definitely don't be around people who make your life difficult. Or who take away happiness from your life. Take away enjoyment. Now, normally people can kind of sort of pick their toxic relationship from the outside. But family, here's the sneaky part. Family can also be toxic. Nobody wants to talk about, like, my mother. I like her sometimes, you know, I always love her. But sometimes we go back and forth. My mother is a toxic individual. Like, from when I was young, like, you know the reason why your dad not around? Because he don't love you? No. When me and my dad around, we cool, like, we like this, son. Then I realized something. Well, Mom, all your boyfriends have left. My sister's dad have left you. My dad has left you. Maybe it's not us. Like, you know, I'm starting to recognize patterns. Maybe it's you. Maybe you the one who keep running these motherfuckers away. She didn't like that. Or better yet, like, my mom is intensely jealous. But she's not jealous about, like, anything particular. Like if my dad had a girlfriend, and again, they weren't together. Like, they weren't even in the process of talking. Like, I understood, like, well, I understand now. Like, you know how some men who have kids by different women, how every now and again they come back and beat them women pussies up, and then that's what they do? I don't think my dad did that. Like, I really think, like, every time they came around, he did the same look on my face. He had the same look on his face that I have on my face when I know she's trying to ask me for money. Here come with the okie doke. And it's the shit she used to do. She used to have me go over there. Hey, tell me if you bring some new girls around. For what? How old? Like, as men, there's going to be moments where your dad, your uncle, or whoever turns to you and say, don't tell your mother, don't tell my sister, don't tell whatever. And normally, when it's righteous, it's normally they letting you get away with some shit that your mom would get upset at you for. You know what I mean? Staying up late, lifting weights, shooting guns. I'm playing that last part. Don't. But that would be the don't tell your mother. It should not be, hey, I'm bringing this girl over. Don't tell your mother. Your mother shouldn't give a fuck. Like, my mom was jealous of that. My mom got jealous when I joined the military and I had my own money. Like, when I bought my own tattoos, I spent my own money for my own tattoos. She literally told me, why did I waste money on tattoos when I could have gave it to her? Who the fuck are you? Better yet, my mom once tried to tell me not to give my sister money for her son's birthday because she didn't deserve it or whatever the fuck. Some goofy shit. And then my sister saw it. And my sister said, listen, I don't want to cause you any harm between, you know, you and mommy. So if you don't want to give me the money, you don't got to give me the money. I said, listen, who the fuck did I say I was going to give this money to? You said you were going to give the money to me. So why the fuck would anybody outside that matter? Because again, your parents can be toxic. Your parents can be toxic. Your brother can be toxic. Like how is it that when we were kids, me and my sisters and my cousin, we all grew up in the same household. Now the woman who we all live with, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but anybody who you ask will tell you that we knew it was a hierarchy of children in that house. We knew who was the favorite. We knew who was the least favorite. We knew that when it's time to, you know, when the beatings were handed out, we knew who was going to get beat hard. Like me and the cousin, we were talking about that shit. She got fucked up so bad and so intensely, she can't eat a food. She can't eat one particular type of food. Like think about that for shit for a second. Like, we were actually competing against each other, trying to fight for the love of another family member. That's toxic. And being around toxic people, being in a toxic relationship and environment, it makes you toxic. I used to be a little angry, little aggressive, little violent motherfucker. Because that's what I grew up around. I grew up around violence. Now, I'm not going to say I had no control over when I was violent and when I wasn't. But when I was put in a stressful situation and where I couldn't get my way through my words, I'll punch you in the face. And look, might makes right. If you were bigger and you could hit harder, you in the house that you were king. Your word was fucking all that mattered. But I took that shit to school, and I punched this girl who was supposed to be my girlfriend in the face, and I still feel bad about. I think she forgave me, but like we tried to hang out, but some shit happened. I don't remember. I know I walked like 10 miles that day. Whatever. But like that shit, like being around toxic people, being in toxic relationships, that changes you. Like me and my sister, she pulled a knife on me. I tried to kick her down the steps. She tried to brick me with a radio. We were just talking about it yesterday. She would actually try to fight me when all her family was around because she knew they would try to jump me. Like, I remember having to fight her, my littlest sister, their cousins, their big cousin, well, not the biggest, but their big cousin. No, their small cousin, and then the dude got mad that I was fucking up his little brother, so I had to fight the big cousin. I went through a 4-round fight in my own living room in my own home because these motherfuckers like, yeah, we gonna jump them. And the funny thing about it is, being around toxic people, if you don't leave, you'll become toxic yourself. You'll become that same jealous piece of shit. But when you escape it, and you gotta escape it the right way, like you can't get away from a toxic person by going to jail, because that's just a more toxic environment. But like, I escaped when I joined the military. And I used to be a sucker too. Like my mom used to try this shit where, you the man in the house, and to be the man in the house, you gotta take care of the house. And that shit worked because, as a man, I'm supposed to take care of where I live and blah, blah, blah. So when she called me up, hey, I need, $700 or... Like, she called me... I was home on leave. She said, hey, your sister did something and she got charged. They want her to go to this anger management class, and either she got to turn in $700 to pay for the class or she got to go to jail. Well, look, sometimes the bitch got to learn her lesson. Like, if we keep fucking helping her out, that's how it was. Now, I didn't talk to my sister about, hey, do you have to go to anger management class? Because, again, my mother has lied about shit like that. I did the most fucked up thing that you could ever do to a toxic person. I said, look, Mom, I'm going to the military, I'm going to the army, but if you ever need anything, like if the chips are down and bills due, if you ever need anything, call me, text me, send me a letter, I got you. First letter, I got 3 letters in basic, 2 from my mother and 1 from another girl. Both letters from my mother asked for money, and I wish I could say they waited for the second paragraph to ask. Hey son, how are you? Fine, I hope. Well, the bills are starting to come due. Both letters started that same way. And if it wasn't for MC2 Broxman, which I would still be on the hook. Like, we were sitting there talking, and I was at the ATM, and I was like looking at my account, and I'm like, man, I can't. Shit, she want this amount of money, but I don't have that much. She's like, yo, what's wrong with you? Why you getting all bent out of shape? I said, well, my mom want me to send her money for the bills. And he's like, wait a minute. She was like, wait a minute. How often do you go back home? I said, back then I was close. The base we were on, we were very, very close. I said, I don't know, maybe like every holiday or something. So she said, Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, like shit like that. I said, yeah. She said, all right, let's say 15 days out of the year. Would that be a good number? I said, yeah, sure, that'll work. So 15 days out of the year, why the fuck do you have to pay for a bill when you don't live at the house? Well, I'm the man of the house. She said, okay, let me put it to you like this. Let's say me and you live together, right? I said, yeah. So let's say you move out. I said, yeah. Let's say you get an own place. I said, yeah. She said, let's say I call you up and ask you, hey man, the bills come due. I need you to help me out with it. What would you say? I say, no, I don't live there. So why would you say it to me and not to her? And it was right. And the shit about toxic people is they try to use your emotions against you. Like, there's a reason why now I am a horrible, like, if you want to appeal to me, don't appeal to my emotions, because I'll fucking look at you. I'll look at you like you're speaking another language, because I'll be like, no. I understand you can't afford to feed your kids, right? But who had all these motherfuckers? That's not me. My sister. And again, I feel like if I tell you this story, you're going to know what I'm talking about. But fuck it. If you know me, you know I don't got that many sisters to fucking pick from. So, my sister had her kid, and I want to say it was either his first Christmas or his second Christmas, or it was some shit. And she called me up, and I was out, and again, I was out and about with my friends, and she said, what you gonna get your nephew for Christmas? Or I think she said, what you gonna get your nephew for Christmas? Or she said, why the fuck ain't you get him nothing for Christmas or his birthday? It was some shit. Nigga, it's not my kids. I don't need to keep track of his holidays. Fuck it, you know what I mean? So, I said, one, who are you talking to like that? I'm talking to you. You're supposed to be his uncle. I said, don't you dare try to fucking play the uncle card with me, motherfucker. Tell me what his dad got him. Whatever money his dad put in, I'll kick in. Matter of fact, I'll double it. So how much that nigga give you? Because if you ain't going to call this nigga about his fucking kid, you're not going to call me about fucking about your son. And this is before me and her actually gained any kind of, what's the word? Any kind of closure to our tumultuous childhood relationship. Because we still hated each other back then. Like, it wasn't until her son's third birthday that we actually sat around and we actually talked about it. And now that we talked about it, we could laugh about all the other shit that we went through. She was telling me about how her girlfriend laughs when she relays stories about how we grew up. So, toxic people, being around toxic people can make you toxic. If you don't escape those toxic people, like my other sister, she's starting to become just as jealous as my mother. Like, I think I sent another sister from my dad's side. I think I sent her either happy birthday or congratulations or something. And she had the nerve to be upset. Like, I don't know why he said, call her sis. We a sister. We've known him his whole life. And I was like, yeah. But just because I don't know this motherfucker don't mean don't make her any less of a sister. And if we're being fucking real, I never had to fight her cousins, I never had to run a gauntlet around her. I never had to fight a gauntlet around her. So, of course, I'm not saying that I would love her more. But, of course, I would like her more often than I like y'all. And, again, I'm not saying that I do. But I'm not saying that I had to, like, I don't think I've ever gone to sleep and said, man, when ain't nobody around, I'm going to fuck her up. Like, I never said that. I said it to my two sisters I live with. I said that shit. I'm getting all off fucking topic. But whatever. Toxic motherfuckers. Toxic motherfuckers will make you toxic. Toxic motherfuckers will try to play on your emotions. Toxic motherfuckers, when they do something that offends you or hurts your feelings, they try to undercut what you feel. It ain't even all that serious. I had a toxic bitch try that shit with me on Memorial Day. Hey man, let me do this. No. Well, no. Well, and she was trying to find and finesse her way in. And I'm like, look, dude, no. Like again, I'm talking like this some fucking Law and Order SVU. No means no. Get out of here. Well, I'm just not going to leave. All right. I'll make you uncomfortable enough that you do leave. Well, that ain't going to work. Look, I try really hard to be a good man. But sometimes the nigga in me swells up. Because when she says she won't move, the only thing I thought about was, nigga, I could grab her around her fucking neck and then just throw her down back into the fucking hallway. Now, the problem with that is her husband, her kids are there, so I would have to fight them. Potentially, I'd have to fight them. Now, while I don't enjoy the idea of fighting family, I'm not totally against it either. Like, if I said, hey, come get your fucking wife or come get your mother, and you don't believe me, and I have to do something like throw her ass down the steps, you don't get to be mad at me. Well, you can be mad at me. You can be mad at her through your mom down the steps. That's something that's okay to be mad about. But when I said, hey, when I yelled, hey, come get your mother, what do you think I was telling you to do that for? Because I needed help fucking, she was bringing too much of the party to me? No. The bitch was annoying, and when you annoy me, I want you to get away from me. Now, if you choose to walk away, that's the lesser of all evils. Do that. But when you want to squeeze the lemon, well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because again, I should feel bad about this, but I did not know how to get a woman to leave me alone without violence. Now, I'm not saying I jumped to violence immediately, but what I'm saying is I couldn't grab her by the hand. I couldn't fucking do any of that shit because once I touched her, now she's going to start swinging. So once she hits me, I got to swing back and I'm going to be punching her anyway. So I said, no. I tried to use my words. Then when I tried to call her husband, oh, what, you gonna snitch? You gonna snitch? I said, yes. Why not even snitching? Because if I called your husband and he left and he got you to leave, cool. But if I fucking put you in a goddamn hammerlock, grabbed the back of your fucking neck and threw you out into the hallway, you gonna call your husband. And I'm not gonna look at you like, oh, you gonna snitch? You gonna snitch? I'm looking at you like, yeah, you called your husband because, because you felt some type of way. And even still, the bitch tried to get her husband to fight me. And then the bitch had the audacity to try to fucking say, well, I said sorry, you forgive me? Bitch, get the fuck out of my room. Like, here's the thing. Who made the rule that just because you said you sorry, I'm supposed to forgive you? I heard a lot of this shit in my life. Oh, man, I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry I did this. Are you sorry that you did it or are you sorry you got caught? Because you don't get to say, man, I'm sorry I stole from you, but the next time I see you, I steal again. That's not me being sorry. That's me being sorry that I got caught. I said, and better yet, most motherfuckers are easy to give a lip service. Man, I'm sorry I fucked your girlfriend. I'm sorry it should have never happened again. And then, years down the road, you get a new girlfriend. He fucked her too. You're like, dude, what happened? Man, she challenged my manhood. Nigga, no. Again. Toxic motherfuckers will make you feel bad for the toxic shit that they do. And then when you trying to hold them accountable for the shit, man, it ain't even all that serious. They don't get to hurt you, hurt how you feel, hurt your sense of self, hurt any of that, and then fucking say, it wasn't even that serious. Because when you switch the roles and you say, all right, let's say you was in your house, right? And I asked you, let me get some food. And you said, nah, man, I barely got enough food for the motherfuckers who live here, so I can't. So you like, no, come on, please. And then you push past them, you get them to their house, you walk into their kitchen. Oh, no, man, come on, look at all this shit. Let me get some of this chicken. And you crack open the chicken, you put it in the grease, you start cooking it. And then you turn to them and say, look, it's already cooked, you might as well let me have it now. And then after you eat their food and you're looking at them and they say, dude, how the fuck you gonna do that? Man, it ain't even all that serious. Just a little piece of chicken. For real, my nigga? I've never met anyone who did fucked up shit like that. And then when the roles were reversed, not fucking cried, oh my God, woe is me. How would I ever guess that this was possibly gonna happen? Toxic motherfuckers can make you toxic if you don't recognize it and get away from them. Now again, I'm not saying it's not going to be easy to get away from them. Because sometimes sometimes you got to tell your family, look, you're doing me more harm than good. So I'm getting the fuck out of here. Oh, what, you just going to leave the family? Yeah. Because the word family to you don't mean someone who you supposed to love, protect, and all that shit. To you, family means somebody who you could use and throw away and fucking. I treat the family that's loyal to me, I'm loyal to them. The family who's not loyal to me, I won't even say I'm disloyal to them. I just don't fucking want them around. I'm okay with being in a room or being at a party or being at a barbecue and there's 6 motherfuckers who I can really trust. I could pull out all the bottles, we could sit around, we could talk shit. Me, my sister, maybe her big-headed girlfriend, if she can got enough clearance to come into the house, sure, she'd be welcome. But anybody who I feel, yeah, these motherfuckers are hypocrites, or these motherfuckers don't know how to act, no, you're not welcome here. And don't try to pretend that, man, this was the family's, dude, that family shit dead. Because it's funny how it's family when it's somebody else's shit. But when they at your house or your place and you grow sick of them, you put them all out. But family's supposed to take care of each other. Family, fuck that. And for the ones who know toxic people, don't think you're going to be able to change them. Fucking accept who they are, how they are, and get the fuck away from them. And if the motherfuckers who are toxic and y'all watching this and y'all think, man, how we going to talk shit about me? Comment on this video. Tell them your name. Tell them all this shit. Because I am not scared of any of y'all shits. I try to be vague because I want to protect, what is it? Like they said, protect the fucking, the villains, the motherfuckers who are presumed innocent and the guilty. I don't want to say your name because I don't want you to be up here. You talking shit about, because again, I will, not only will I not give a fuck about you and put you on blast and use your name, I know the motherfuckers who have no problem digging in your ass. So you can come around with that, oh, I'm a girl, he ain't gonna hit me. Nigga, I will call one of my sisters up. I will order an Uber. And I say, hey, wait right here. And please, 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 please stay right there. Cause I've never hired my sister as a bounty hunter before. But god damn it, I like the sound of that shit. So if y'all watching this and y'all think I'm talking about you, I am. So what the fuck you gonna do about it? Y'all be good.